Hello Survivor, and welcome to my ARK tip video where I'll be showing you the location of the 4 artifacts you need for the Gamma Dinopithecus Boss on the Lost Island map. Not only will I be showing you the location of the artifacts, but I'll also be giving some tips and tricks for acquiring these artifacts fairly easily. But before I begin, big shout out to Seashell Gaming who showed me where a couple of these artifacts were. I can't really claim that I found these myself, but all of the tips I give for acquiring the artifact easily are my own. Alright, in this video I will be showing you guys where to find the first 4 artifacts that you will need for the Gamma Dinopithecus Boss on the Lost Island map. The 4 artifacts that you do need are the Artifact of the Hunter, Artifact of the Pack, Artifact of the Skylord, and Cunning. The first artifact that we will be getting is the Artifact of the Hunter, which is located at approximately 34.6 14.1, or rather the cave entrance is located here at 34.6 14.1. What you'll be looking for is this kind of elephant rock looking formation. I mean, from the side it kind of looks like an elephant if you come over here, right? I mean, you can see a trunk there. Anyway, you'll be looking for that formation. Just to the left of it is the cave entrance. There are actually 2 entrances to this cave, one on this side, one on the other side, but they both lead to the same place and they're fairly simply connected. All right, so this is the first entrance. What you'll need for most of these artifacts is a Dinopithecus, a sinomacrops, a full suit of Ghillie, and you could also use cactus broth or even bug repellent to make things a little bit easier for you, but you don't necessarily need it. So if you don't want to go through the grind of getting those recipes and making them, that's fine. You don't need it, but it would make it just a little bit easier if you're not confident in your skills to run quickly or dodge cave creatures. Now, really quick, I'm just going to show you guys where the other entrance to this cave is. So it's a little dark in here. You can turn up your gamma or just carry a torch, whatever you prefer. If you just run straight through here, there is the other entrance to the cave just on the other side. So literally just around the side of the rock there. So let me go back to the entrance and show you exactly how to speed run this artifact. It's fairly simple. So as soon as you come in this entrance, you'll just take your first right. There's nowhere else to go from here except either up or to the side on the left. Don't worry about going up. There is a drop up there, so if you want to drop, you can fly up there with your sinomacrops. Let's see if it's there, actually. Is there a drop? There's no drop spawned here. There's a couple other drops through there, but it all kind of connects, so there's no real need to fly up through there. Sometimes there are scorpions there, too, that will ambush you, so just keep going through here. Go up this ramp or this pathway until you get to an intersection. On the left, this is not where we're going for the artifact, but on the left, if you cruise through here, there's sometimes a red drop right there. But let me just go back to that area where the intersection is. So this is where I came up. This first intersection, you turn right. And what you'll basically want to do is keep right. In here, do not follow that pathway down, just keep right. Keep right, keep right. And if you see any scorpions or baddies, just be sure to fly over them. I'm getting pretty lucky. There were no scorpions so far on this run. If you come to this room with the light coming down from the ceiling and you'll see a bunch of plants here, you know you're in the right spot. Go to the right of this stalagmite and you'll see a pathway down and a waterfall. And there's a drop behind the waterfall, so if you want to go in this other pathway that actually leads to this drop. Sometimes there's a Megalania or something in here that'll attack you, so you gotta be careful. But yeah, that's that drop. Now, a lot of people will say keep right, go all the way down, you know, and eventually you'll go through kind of a backwards way of getting the artifact, but the fastest way is just to drop down right here, right behind where the water is. So you can use a parachute or your sinomacrops to land safely. And then right here, as soon as you come through here, so just a very short walk, there is a crouch space. Go through here and you should see the Artifact of the Hunter. The exact coordinates of the Artifact of the Hunter are 36.4, 16.0. Our next artifact is the Artifact of the Pack. You'll want to look for this location on the map, which is just southeast of the castle in the snow area. Most of you guys will probably know where that is. There's this river here that goes into a pool of water, and there are actually two entrances to this cave. I personally prefer the flying entrance. If you don't have a flyer, then you can walk through, but I don't recommend it. It is just a little bit longer. So first off, let me show you the walking entrance over on the side here. So you can go from either side of this river. You can go from this top area where I'm trying to land my wyvern right now, or from the bottom area. Either works. The coordinates to this entrance are 33.5, 32.7, 32.8, 32.7. Now if you go in here, the cave entrance is, or the entrance to the main system is a little bit small. So normally you might just pass it by without noticing it if you're just following the river. This is that entrance. I'm actually not going to show you guys how to run through this way. It's pretty straightforward, but you will run into arthropleura and spiders. So instead, what I recommend, if you want to get the artifact quickly and without any problem, is to go a different way. If you continue along the river and go to this small pond slash lake, as you hover above it, you'll notice there's actually this little waterfall into a cave here. This is the cave. This connects directly to the same cave system and is actually a lot faster. We'll go ahead and land here. And also, if you're worried about bugs aggroing on you or anything like that, if you bring a wyvern in here and you just want to kind of clear it out first before hopping off your mount, it's probably a good idea. This cave, I would recommend using cactus broth if you can. I'm going to show you guys how to do it without cactus broth or bug repellent, but it would just go a little bit smoother and a lot easier if you had it. And of course, always bring a shotgun or backup weapons just in case you need them. So that little entrance over there by this waterfall is where you would have come in if you went through the other entrance. If you want to do this cave on foot, I would tell you don't. Don't do it on foot. I highly recommend using a Dinopithecus and bringing a cryopod. There's only one area where the Dinopithecus cannot fit through. I don't know why this little bug wants to kill me. Okay. The cave you're looking for with the artifact, or the entrance to that part of the cave system, is through here. Follow the water. You can't go past there. Just take a right here, and this is where you'll see the entrance to the rest of the cave system. Right here is where you do need to pod your Dinopithecus or whatever mount you choose to bring with you. But I'll show you in a second why I highly recommend the Dinopithecus, especially if you're not using cactus broth. Alright, once you get through here, it should be safe to uncryo your Dinopithecus. And in this cave, we're pretty much just going to keep left. You're going to be looking for a webbed off area, which is where the artifact should spawn. Now, I'm getting kind of lucky right now. I'm not seeing any spiders, but typically you would have spiders all over this place. It's possible that because I'm on single player, they're just kind of spawning in the walls or just haven't spawned in quite yet. But if you're using a Dinopithecus, you're safe to walk all over them, jump around. As long as you do not attack them, they will not attack you. Now at this area, this is where you'd really want the cactus broth, because as soon as you hop off, the spiders will come and attack you. And this is really odd that I don't have any spiders, so I'm just kind of getting lucky. But if you do have to jump off, get the artifact of the pack, and jump back on your Dinopithecus, all the spiders are going to mob you and start shooting webs at you. What I like to do is just jump up here in this corner, wait until they start missing with their webs and they can't hit you anymore, and until that debuff with the web wears off. They'll all be kind of gathered below you, then just use spacebar to jump over here, kind of like a rock drake, and then head on out. It's that easy. It makes it a lot easier if you have that Dinopithecus. Oh, Raptor Claws arrived. Then just head on out the same way you came in. So you just kept left the whole way, found the artifact, then keep right on your way out. You'll get back to this room. Hopefully the spiders are far enough away that you can hurry and cryo your Dinopithecus. Sorry for you guys that are on PvP. You might have to clear out this area before uncryoing your Dinopithecus, so maybe bring a shotgun, or like I said, cactus broth and just run through. The next artifact we'll be getting is the artifact of the Skylord, and as I was saying before, we're just kind of traveling east across the map, getting these 4 artifacts. The entrance to this cave system for the artifact is around southeast of the green obelisk, right down here. You'll see this river that's going into the ocean here. Just go up to the first little entrance where the river goes under some rock here and do a little cave. That's the cave you're looking for. The entrance is at about 62.2, 59, 59.1, no, right here on the map. Once again, southeast of the green obelisk. For this cave, I do recommend using a Dinopithecus. So for 2 of these caves, you'll be using a Dinopithecus and a sinomacrops. And then for the other 2, you just need the sinomacrops. So yeah, just go on, head up here in this cave. If it's a little dark, turn up your gamma or pull out a torch, as always. You're going to be looking for a waterfall that you're going to go past. And the cave entrance is between the first waterfall and the second little waterfall. It's a little bit of a trek in here, so bring some food and some water in case your character gets thirsty or hungry. So that's that first waterfall. Just go up to the left of it. Actually, I guess there are 2 before we get to the artifact cave. So never mind, there's 2 right here. And then just keep going, follow the water. There is a Megalania spawn up on the left up here. I don't know if they've spawned on my single player world yet. Let's just see. Oh, yep, there it is. There's 1. Sometimes there's a few more up here as well. There they are. Okay, so if you see Megalanias, you know you're probably in the right spot. Now, right at this point in the cave, you'll see another path going up a little more, some red crystals. But if you're still following the water, you'll see this little cave entrance to your right. The entrance to this part of the cave is at about 58.6, 58.3. So be looking for that. And once again, it's before this last waterfall, which then leads out the other side of the cave, which is another entrance. Technically, that entrance is a little closer. I chose to come in from the south side because it's just habit, but you could go to the other side and come in that way. Now, depending on your settings, this entrance might look completely black or kind of look like part of the rock and have all this fog coming out of it. So it's a little bit easy to miss. So pay attention to those coordinates, kind of get a feel for this look of this area of the cave, and then head on in. Now, the reason I chose to bring the Dinopithecus into this cave is because there are a lot of bugs, and there are snakes, there are scorpions and spiders and things that will tranquilize you, but if you're using your Dinopithecus, you can either A, kill them all, or B, just walk right on past them. The trick to this cave, it's usually stay left or stay right. This one is stay left. So we're going to stay left here. Look, there are some spiders that have spawned. Just keep going left. Run, run, run. And just jump over these guys. They won't attack you. And you come into this kind of spidery egg swamp area. I'm not sure if there are leeches here. I haven't seen any. But I just try to avoid the water anyway. And then as you come up here, you can either go right or left. Once again, we're going to go left. But if you do go right, there's typically a red drop that spawns in here. Now, I haven't been in the cave long enough on my single player world to get that to spawn, but that's where it is. Now just jump over these guys, don't worry about them, they're not going to attack me. This is where the artifact of the Skylord spawns, right in this cave. It hasn't spawned for me yet, so I'm going to give it a minute and come back. And there it is, the beautiful artifact of the Skylord. Go ahead and pick it up, and then just like I showed before, we stayed left on the way in, so we'll stay right on the way out. The last artifact you need for the Gamma Dinopithecus King Boss is located by this land bridge just south of the kind of highland fields where the Ovis spawn and the Maywings. It's located at approximately 56.70, 56.1, 70.1. The entrance to the cave is down below me on the left of this sky bridge. So if you're on the west side heading east, just go towards the bridge, then take a sharp left, and behind this rock right here you see in front of me, you'll notice there's kind of a path leading up to it, so it's not super well hidden, but in case you get lost, there's a rock in front of it. Just go around the rock, and that is the cave entrance. Now for this one, You could use a Dinopithecus if you're worried about things aggroing on you. There's nothing in this cave that will aggro on a Dinopithecus. Or if you have some good movement speed and some Ghillie and a sinomacrops, you should be fine, which is exactly how I will be running this cave. So you just head on straight in here. One of the things I like about this cave is just how awesome it looks. It is very cool. As soon as you get to the large part of the cave, right here, you'll just notice a pirate ship. Freaking awesome. This cave system is pretty big compared to the other caves on the map. Besides the labyrinth, it could be easy to get lost, but if you have your sinomacrops, you should be totally fine. Now, the entrance to the rest of the cave that we're looking for is right behind this pirate ship here. So I'm just going to fly straight through, kind of watch out for these onyx, try not to get too close because I don't want them attacking me. And as you pass it, that's the entrance you want. Not that one over there, this one right here. Now I'm just going to glide through just in case they aggro on me. Did you see right there I took a right? You want to look for this room with a bunch of orange crystals, orange mushrooms. If you see that, you know you're going the right way. There's a drop that spawns here. There's not usually too many critters or creatures that spawn around this drop. Just keep going through this room downwards. Go, go, go. And then as soon as you get out this opening right here, you'll see the artifact. Now, if you don't have a sinomacrops, it can be a little bit difficult to grab that artifact. You'll have to use grapples and a glider or something else. But if you do have a sinomacrops, just fly straight over. Avoid the mobs. Grab the artifact of the Cunning. Easy peasy. And head on back out the same way you came in. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, please be sure to like and subscribe. Or if you have something to add or any advice for other players, please be sure to leave it in the comment section below.